This week is huge. It's the NFL Combine week in Indianapolis, Indiana. And today, Ryan Poles, Ben Johnson, even Ian Cunningham spoke with the media today. This is a huge week for us as Bears fans. I'm excited to get into it. For the first time in the Ryan Poles era, the Bears aren't picking in the top 10. They're picking at 25. They're coming off an 11-win season and an NFC North title. This week in Indy wasn't about fixing a broken team. It was about the championship tax, managing the cap, fighting for draft capital, and deciding which culture fits are actually expendable. The biggest story isn't a player, it's a grudge match with the NFL. The Atlanta Falcons hired Bears assistant GM Ian Cunningham to be their new general manager. Under the Rooney Rule, the Bears should get 2 third-round compensatory picks. The NFL has initially denied the picks. Why? Because the Falcons hired Matt Ryan as president of football operations, right? Before hiring Cunningham. The league is arguing that Matt Ryan, not Cunningham, is the primary football executive. Ryan Poles called it odd and strange today, making it clear the Bears are appealing, which made me feel very happy. It's not like I didn't think that Ryan Poles was doing anything. It's just that there hadn't been much conversation about it. Ian Cunningham himself didn't mince words at the podium. I'm a general manager. I was hired. I would think they get the picks. And the impact is if the Bears win this appeal, they get a third rounder in the 2026 and 2027. That's premium ammo for a trade, specifically for a certain pass rusher in Las Vegas. And now today, Tyson Bagent isn't just a backup anymore. He's an asset. Poles confirmed teams are calling. Ben Johnson, in an interview with Waddle and Sylvie, let it slip that he thinks Bagent is one of the top 32 quarterbacks in the NFL. I couldn't believe some of the stuff that I was hearing today about him. The QB market is absolutely dry. Malik Willis, Tyson Bagent are 2 of the biggest names this offseason when it comes to players that might get moved. Now, Malik Willis is a free agent. Tyson Bagent is under contract. He got the contract extension before the beginning of the season. But the QB market is dry. If a team like the Cardinals or Giants view Bagent as a bridge starter, the Bears are looking at a potential day 2 pick in return. I would think that they could get a 4th rounder. Now, I've seen speculation that it's as high as 5th, so I don't know if that's worth it. I do think that the Bears want him, and if there's something else at play, a 5th round could seem alluring if they package that and trade it again to Las Vegas or something like that, if Cincinnati franchise tags Trey Hendrickson. But success brings expensive problems. Poles was surprisingly candid about the cap. Today was absolutely refreshing. He mentioned a philosophy of not kicking the can down the road, which all of this speculation that we've been talking about, the DJ Moore situation, the Tremaine Edmonds situation, the re-signing and restructuring, finding $50 million under the couch cushions, all of that stuff kind of meets a point when he says, we've got a philosophy of not kicking the can down the road. Some names on the bubble are DJ Moore, the most shocking names. Poles said they want him here, but noted his massive cap hit. If the Bears are serious about a Maxx Crosby trade, Moore's contract might be the one that has to move or drastically be altered. Now, I think that DJ Moore deserves all of that money. When we got DJ Moore, that's how contracts work. You can't just weasel your way out of it either way. And it's always the team that has the ability to do that to a player. I'm always going to side with the player here. I love DJ Moore. I think he was a Packer killer this year. I think that he's been phenomenal for us. I made a video on my shorts and on TikTok talking about how this whole DJ Moore lack of yards last season, lack of catches, lack of productivity is not a real thing because now everything's flattened. Last year, he had less targets than he did catches the season before. So without going down a DJ Moore rabbit hole, the second name on the bubble is Tremaine Edmunds, a high cap hit for a linebacker in a system that might want to get younger and faster. The safe guys, Poles explicitly said he feels good about Cole Kmet and DeAndre Swift returning. Again, this class is a little bit dry when we start to talk about running backs. So unless you're going to pay guys a lot more, which I don't think that we have that need, we've got Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift back there. Now, in Detroit, Ben Johnson actually did this when they changed up for David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. So it's not out of the realm of possibility, but it doesn't seem like something that's top of mind for us. It seems like that's a lot lower on the totem pole, and I'd be happy if DeAndre Swift and Cole Kmet both came back, extend Cole Kmet. That is kicking the can down the road if you do, but then that does give us some cap back. Poles addressed the BPA, or best player available crowd. He admits he has yellow tags for needs: edge, 3 technique, interior offensive line, but he warned fans, don't expect sexy. Again, he kind of said this at the last interview, the last press briefing that he had. You know, if you do what people say, you get in trouble. He pointed to the Ravens and Steelers picking at 25. He's looking for a hardy football player. The Bears are obsessed with the 3-cone drill. The magic number is 6.89 seconds. 6.89 seconds. Okay, so this is going to be fun on Thursday when we get the defensive linemen out there and we see who goes above and who goes below. Right there, we know straight up then that those are not our guys. That's what Maxx Crosby ran. If an edge rusher hits that number this week, put them in a Bears hat, baby. Because then we are bidding and betting on the future of this player, and we don't have to go for a guy like Maxx Crosby. Clemson's DL, Peter Woods, he's the name to watch. He's a versatile mauler who can play 1-gap or 2-gap, which fits Dennis Allen's defensive tweaks. Perfect. Raiders GM today, John Spytek, told the media he expects Crosby to be a Raider. Crosby is reportedly unhappy about being shut down for his knee injury late last year. Insiders at the Combine say the Raiders are holding out for a Micah Parsons level return, likely 2 first rounds. Again, we got that ridiculous speculation that it would just be Maxx Crosby and a 7th round pick for DJ Moore and a 1st round pick. That was utter nonsense. He wants to be opportunistic, but won't mortgage the future when we're talking about Poles. He's waiting for the best price to drop or for the comp picks to come back, and we just give them both of those 3rd rounders. The theme from Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles this week: complacency is the enemy. Johnson told Waddle and Sylvie that the wild card winner over the Packers was the floor, not the ceiling. They're approaching 2026 like a team that hasn't won anything yet. Bottom line, the Bears are a big hunter now, whether it's fighting the NFL for picks or weighing the trade value of a fan favorite backup quarterback. The 2026 offense is officially underway. Let's talk about it a little more here. I think that the biggest things out of this are obviously when Ryan Poles said today that there is more depth at edge than there is at defensive tackle. Now, for me, what that means is that we are favoring a defensive tackle. If the defensive tackle is there, i.e. Caden McDonald's, i.e. Peter Woods, i.e. Lee Hunter. Now, if these guys really show out, these defensive tackles, they will be taken off the board early. And I think that, reading into it a little bit, I think that that's what Ryan Poles is thinking. We could get an edge rusher in the late 2nd round. Now, we know Ryan Poles, and we know that he knows how to maneuver, and he is a shifty gentleman. So I don't think that based off of what he's saying, an edge rusher is going to come in the second round, or I apologize, the first round. It's most likely going to come in the second round. That's what I've got for you today. I am so excited to have this up and running. We got the whole setup behind me. This is Bears Nation, baby. Bear down. If you're not following me already, please hit subscribe. Thank you for your time.